Hello everyone, and welcome back to Do Art. In this episode, we are going to do Umbreon for Halloween. So let's get started. So for the first step, we're going to need some wire for the body. And here I am just kind of molding the back legs and then kind of putting it together with some little tiny wires to make the spine and the tail. It actually worked out really well. I was kind of surprised, because otherwise I didn't really know what I was doing. And then just beefing up the body. So the recording for me actually filling out the body sort of failed. Not sure what exactly happened with the camera, but I'm adding the feet now. So we got the back paw and the other back paw. Now working on the front paw. I realized that this leg was a little too skinny, so I kind of beefed up the leg a little bit more when I was working on the paw there. And then doing the last paw, which we can barely see because I wasn't looking at the camera. Well. Here I am adding more clay because it just didn't look right. But it came out okay. The head. I think this was my 6th or 7th attempt. The head was really hard for me. You think it would have been the easiest, but no. There wasn't quite enough neck, so I added a bit more. And I think I added a little too much in the end, but honestly, it worked out. So it fits. Next, we're gonna work on the ears. My little tiny antennae. Just gonna wrap up the ears with some clay and then kind of smoosh it and roll it out a bit so we have a little bit of an ear form. So there's the first ear. And then we shove it in to the head. And there's the other ear. Ta-da! Honestly, it looks like a rabbit when it's not attached to the head. But, yeah, just pushing it down so it actually looks like it's coming out of the head and part of the head. The face was still a bit hard to work with, so I kind of smooshed it a little more. And that's it. Now we get to paint the thing black. This was like the easiest paint ever. It was one color. I did have to do, I think, 2 coats of black. On to the eyes. So the original thought for this was to do like kind of a revenge sneaking out into the dark Umbreon. So that's why the eyes are kind of a little bit more creepy, I guess you could say. And then we add the stripes to the ears. This actually took me, I want to say like 5 or 6 coats, and it still didn't end up looking right. And then we have the little circles around the head. We're going to add the little stripey to the tail. In hindsight, I probably should have used yellow clay instead of paint, but honestly, painting wasn't so hard. It just took a while because I had to do so many coats. And in the end, it kind of got a little too messy on the actual Pokemon. So here I'm doing the other side. Alright, time to work on the base. So we're gonna cut out some styrofoam, because styrofoam is aplenty in my house. Squares are easy. So we have a 1 square, 2 squares with extra styrofoam, and 3. So basically gonna form kind of a triangle shape. I should have done one side at a time because I realized that the hot glue that I put down first didn't actually stick. Here I made some paint with some Mod Podge to keep the styrofoam kind of in place so it didn't leak everywhere. And I'm gonna paint the top black with the help of my cat because he was very interested in what I was doing. Yeah, he was there pretty much for the entire painting set. He's still there. So we're gonna do the base a dark green. Fortunately, he did not eat any of the paint or touch anything, so I kind of just left him there. He wasn't being that much of a bother, but he was being cute. So we're adding some little bushes in the background. Those are kind of stars because it's gonna happen at the scene's happening at night. They're actually supposed to be glow in the dark stars, but I think the paint's old, or I'm not sure, but it didn't quite work. I mean, it worked. It glows in the dark. So I wanted to add a stump, and so I didn't have any brown, but I had red and green. So I made kind of this purple creepy brown. I think it actually works for being Halloween. Here I am putting on some roots. In hindsight, I should have made it thicker and then thinner. I started with thin and went thick. So here I'm adding a bit more because I realized kind of it didn't work. So this root leg is much better. And then I just made some circles for the rings and then just roughed it up. This part was actually really fun. I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do, but I was just like, it's tree bark. It can go any way. And here I'm making a tiny hole. So it actually has this tree hole. Yeah, I guess that's what it's called. It came out pretty good. And it's all done. I kept coming back to this hole to make it a little wider. But yeah, there's the tree stump. I really liked how it came out. Now, I wanted to add a little bit of green because it was kind of bare. So what I did was I just took green clay, added some yellow to it because it was a little too green in my opinion. And I just made a really long vine with the help of the cat, as you can see. He was very curious when I was doing this. I was making a lot of noise, apparently. And then we are adding some leaves. This part, the cat was very much into let me eat the aluminum foil. And here I'm just mushing them down so they don't look awkward, like they're actually part of the vine. This took me quite a bit. I was trying to make the leaves look like leaves, but it didn't quite work too well. I need to work on my leaves, I guess. Alright, time to put the thing together. Now, I did add glow-in-the-dark paint to Umbreon, but the camera just didn't quite pick it up. So when I get more, I guess more sun, then it'll work. So on to the glamour shots. This was a fun project. I actually wanted to do a bit more with this project, but time sort of slipped away and I ended up doing other things instead. So it's kind of a short, sweet little one this time. but I still had fun. So I will see you guys in the next episode. And as always, keep on smiling.